Hello, my name is Miss Close and this is session number 3. Now, I'm excited about today's session because in our last session together, we described some characters from our story, The Lemon Tree, and we started to think about their appearance, what they look like. Now, in today's session, we're going to have a think about what the characters are like on the inside, and that's called personality. And we're going to see if we can do some super sentences using some brilliant writing skills today to describe the character's personality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and we can find out exactly what session 3 is all about. So in session 3, we are going to be having a look at identifying and using conjunctions. Now we'll start off with a warm-up game to get our brains ready, and you're going to be really good at this one because we're going to see if we can add some adjectives to some nouns. Then we are going to see if we can identify a character's personality. Then we're going to understand and identify conjunctions, and we're going to be having a look at the conjunctions when and the conjunction because. And then finally, we're going to have a go at seeing if we can practice using some conjunctions in our sentences. So what will we need in today's session? Let's have a look. We're going to need a pencil. We're going to need a notebook or a piece of paper and maybe some scrap paper for our warm-up. And of course, we need those brains. So let's get ourselves warmed up. Now, in our last session together, we looked at nouns and we started to label some of the pictures that we have on our screen. We looked at the noun fox, teacher, and teddy. And then you got really, really good at adding adjectives. And we looked at expanded noun phrases. Adjective, adjective, noun. So here comes your first task. I want to see if you can add adjectives to these pictures. And can you use an expanded noun phrase? So can you use 2 adjectives to describe that one noun? Adjective, adjective, noun. So here's your challenge. Using those 3 nouns that you've got on your screen, can you make a noun phrase, an expanded noun phrase if you can, by adding adjectives? Pause the video here and have a go at your expanded noun phrases. Well done, everybody. Now, let's have a little look at the ideas that Miss Close came up with, and then you can tell me what adjectives you added. So I have described the fox as furry and sly. A furry, sly fox. What adjective did you use to describe the fox? Great job. And I've gone for a kind, friendly teacher. What did you go for? Oh, sounds like a good one. And I went for a squishy, soft teddy. How did you describe your teddy? Oh, I think those brains are really warm. So let's move on to our next part of the session. Now, we looked at appearance when we last worked together, and that's what someone looks like on the outside. Today, we are going to look at personality. Personality. That is how someone acts and how someone behaves. So you can't see their personality. You've got to think about that person and what they act like. What are they like? What do they behave like? That's somebody's personality. If I was an angry, bossy teacher, the word angry and bossy would describe my personality. If I was a kind and friendly teacher, that also explains how I am as a teacher. Now, what I've done is I've tried to trick you here. I've got some words inside some bubbles here, and I have got 3 words that do not describe personality. They're a trick. So let's look through the words together, and then I'm going to see if you can shout and point out the tricks that I have made. So let's start with joyful. Have a little think inside your head. Do you think joyful describes a personality, or does it describe an appearance? We've got the word responsible. Yellow. Can you behave yellow? Do you act yellow? We've got the word tall. Thoughtful. caring, resilient. That means you don't give up. Do you remember when the children went all the way to get the flour, all the way to get the eggs, and all the way to get the milk in our story of the lemon tree? That means they were resilient. They didn't give up. They wanted to get every piece of the ingredients to make pancakes. And then we've got the word fluffy. So have a little go. Can you point to the words that you think are a trick? They do not describe somebody's personality. I'll give you a clue. There's 3. Have a go at pointing to all 3 words. You could even shout them out. Okay, are you ready to see the ones that were a trick? Or if you shouted out or pointed to the word tall, well done. That does not describe someone's personality. You can't behave tall. You might look tall, but you don't behave tall. You don't act tall. You can't behave in a yellow or act yellow. That might be what somebody looks like. Do you remember yesterday when we looked at Gogo's headdress and we said that it was yellow, it was bright, it was round? And well done if you shouted out or pointed to the word fluffy, because you can't describe a behaviour as fluffy or act fluffy. That might be what someone looks like or feels like. So well done. So the words joyful, responsible, thoughtful, caring and resilient, they start to describe what someone might act like or how they behave. So in today's session, we're going to have a look at the characters Gogo and Lungi. So it's Miss Close's turn first, and she's going to have a look at Gogo again. And I'm going to start to think about what Gogo is like as a person. I think she's quite generous, kind, caring, friendly, grateful, and thoughtful. I think she's quite a nice lady then. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and write some sentences all about her. And here is our next skill. Because when I write my sentences, I'm going to try and explain why I think her personality is like the way I've written. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment. And I'm going to let you see some of the sentences that I have written about Gogo. So here she is. And we're going to see if we can first identify her personality. What has Miss Close said she is like as a person? Let me read it to you. Gogo is a kind and caring lady because she shares her lemons with her friends. Okay, let's see. In that sentence, can you spot the 2 words I have used to describe Gogo's personality? I can spot one. It's the word kind. Gogo is a kind and caring lady. Can you spot another one? I think caring describes her personality as well. Gogo is a kind and caring lady. Now, I could have stopped my sentence there, but do you notice I haven't stopped my sentence because I've used a conjunction. And I've used the conjunction because. Let's give that an underline. Can you spot it? Which means I have given you a reason. I'm trying to tell you why I think Gogo is kind and caring. So I've explained Gogo is kind and a caring lady because she shares her lemons with her friends. So using my conjunction because has allowed me to give a reason. I've given more information and explained why she's kind and why she is caring. So that's my first conjunction that I've tried to put into my sentence. Now, let's go back to my next sentence and see if you can spot that personality again. I've gone for Gogo is a grateful lady who likes to thank her friends when they provide ingredients. Can you spot the word that I've used to describe Gogo's personality this time? That's right, it's grateful. I've explained that she's a grateful lady. And again, I haven't just put a full stop after that. I've gone on to explain why and given you a reason for why she's so grateful. But this time, I haven't used because. Can you spot the other conjunction that I've used? Let's read it one more time. Gogo is a grateful lady who likes to thank her friends when they provide ingredients. Well done. If you've seen that I've used the conjunction when, it explains why she thanks her friends, why she's grateful. She thanks them and is grateful to her friends when they provide ingredients. So in my sentences, I have used words to describe Gogo's personality, and I've used two conjunctions. I've used one to explain why she's kind and caring. I've used the conjunction because, and I've used one conjunction to explain why she's thankful and why she's grateful to her friends, which is when. She thanks them when they provide ingredients. So today, you are going to have a go at trying to describe a personality of a character in our story, and you're going to tell me why. You're going to see if you can use because and when. So let's see if I can start to share my screen again, and we can start to bring up who you are going to describe today. I wonder if you can spot who you're going to describe already. It's not going to be Gogo, it's going to be Lungi. Just like you did in session 2, you're going to be focusing on Lungi as the character to write about today. So, if you have a look on your screen, I have given you lots of ideas of her personality. Lungi's personality could be supportive, thoughtful, grateful, polite, caring, friendly, resilient, helpful, and responsible. And what I've done is I've taken 3 pictures from our story of the lemon tree. And I want you to have a go today to write about these 3 pictures, because she shows different personality traits in each of these pictures. And if you are brilliant writers today, you can have a go at explaining why, using our conjunction because and our conjunction when. So let's have a look at our pictures. Here is Lungi, and she is speaking there to one of Gogo's friends, one of those loved females, a mama. And let's think about what she might be like then. Is she going to be rude and just storm into it, into the house and just demand that she wants some ingredients? Is she going to be moody? No, she's not. Maybe she is polite in this part of the story. I wonder why she is polite. Now let's have a look at this next picture. There's Lungi, and she's looking after her brother there, isn't she? When he wails out because he's hurt himself. I wonder what personality trait you could use there. Oh, is she helpful? Is she supportive? And I wonder if you can tell me why. What does she do in this picture? And then our last picture is when she's supporting her little brother to carry those eggs all the way back to Gogo's house. I wonder how we could describe Lungi then. And let's give a reason. Let's see if we can use because and we can use when. So you've got 3 pictures, and I would like you to have a go now at writing 3 sentences to describe Lungi's personality, and try and use because or when to explain why. Have a go at writing 3 sentences and then we'll see what Miss Close got up to when she tried to write about Lungi's personality. Pause the video here and don't forget to use the word banks to help you. Wow, I bet you've done some super writing, so very well done. I wonder if you could even read your sentences back to the screen, or you could read them to somebody close by to you. Now, before we end our session, I want you to have a little look at a sentence that I wrote about Lungi's personality, and let's have a look if it's similar to what you might have written about. I picked the picture of when Lungi helped her little brother because he had fallen over. So let's have a look at the words that I picked to describe Lungi's personality. I'll read you my sentence. Lungi is a caring sister who looks after her brother. Can you shout out which word did I use to describe her personality? Can I hear you? That's right, it was caring. Lungi is a caring sister who looks after her brother. Which conjunction did I use? That's right, I used when. When does she look after and care for her brother? When he falls over. I wonder if you wrote something similar today. That was a really good try today with our writing. It's quite tricky to try and write about 2 different things in sentences. You're using personality words and you have been trying to use the conjunctions because and when. So I think you need to give yourself a huge pat on the back. Now, before we finish our session, just like I said in session 2, I want you to keep all your ideas and all your sentences super safe, because we are going to be using these in a few sessions time. So put them in a safe place, be very proud of your writing, and I look forward to seeing you in our next session together. Bye-bye.